in a way, there are things I've learned about life. And I just feel like sharing some lessons with you. Thank you so much, sir. Ah, and the things I want to share with you, you know, is a combination of understanding and experience. Understanding comes from God. Experience is what you pay for. Mm. If it is another person's experience. And the payment for your personal experience, the ones that teaches you lessons, the payment for it is pain. So just like you use money to buy things you need, so when you want to get some personal experience, the payment for it is pain. Pain is the payment for an experiences. So I just want to share with you 5 lessons that I believe will really help you in life. The first is what made you cry today is what will make you strong tomorrow. What made you cry today is what will make you strong tomorrow. If you ever see anyone that has gone through a painful experience and after months and years, the person is not strong, you don't see sign of growth and advancement in the life of that person. 3 things are responsible for it. Number one is it is either the person is not teachable, that is, the person doesn't take time to learn from that experience. The second is, spiritual in quotes now, is when some invisible forces, spirits, are at work. You know, spirit does exist. But when some evil spirits are at work, they can mess up the experience that should make a person stronger and keeps ensuring those experiences are repeated in the life of that person. So the third thing that affects that is when the time of that person. Okay, that's time factor. So certain things that happen in the life of people is not that they are not teachable. It's not a spirit. It's just that their time has not come. So when the time has not come, you need to be patient. Patience is needed. Read through the Bible says we should be imitators of them who through faith and patience obtain the promise. Will it be that you have faith, but you don't have patience? Because most people have faith that things will change, and they engage things that are needed to prove that they have faith. They confess, make declarations, They believe strongly, they have a strong conviction, and they take the necessary actions they need to take. But things are not the way it should be. Things are not happening the way they expect. What those people just need is patience. Patience is not that you are not doing anything. You get it? You are doing something. You are growing. You are learning. You are working. To keep believing God. So the role of patience is to keep you waiting, expecting that things will change, things will happen. So, what made you cry today make you strong tomorrow. Don't forget that lesson.
Yes, sir.
Make you strong tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
So sometimes when people pray that God should give them strength, they are simply asking for a problem, a challenge that will show their weakness.
My God.
Because if you don't know you are weak, you will not know that you need strength. And certain things has to happen in your life that will cause you to know, oh, I'm weak in this area. So it's those things that will cause you to know you are weak in this area or that area that people want to avoid. Challenges. God, why me? If not you, who should it be? You get it?
Yes, sir.
Why me? It should be you. So the next time you see someone crying based on the experience they are going through, just comfort that person. Tell the person things are going to change. And truly things will change. I hope you won't forget that lesson.
Yes, sir.
Next lesson, second lesson I want to share with you is aside divine protection. And you know you need divine protection.
Yes, sir. By all means.
Everybody wants divine protection. Aside divine protection from accidents, divine protection from sickness, divine protection from assassination, divine protection from poison.
Yes, that's it.
Someone once told me that we eat poison every day. You need to ask now, do I believe or not? You know, he said we eat poison every day. Well, I don't know how true that is, but I think I don't eat poison. I eat good food. It's just that, scientists have a way of coming up with all kind of stuff. And if at all such happen, Jesus already told me that even if you drink any deadly thing, it shall not.
By any means hurt us.
Not also. Because the faith in you will not be in another person.
Yes, 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 yes.
Because you believe that you will not die now, and someone else is thinking that I will die soon. But it's not voicing, but it's thinking it. Whereas God does not only hear what we say with our mouth, He also hears what we think. Ephesians 3:20. Who is able to do exceedingly abundantly all that we ask or think. So there are times you are thinking about something, you are actually making demand for the substance of what you are thinking about. But let's not digress from the point I want to communicate. Aside divine protection, there are three things you need to have long life. And I say aside divine protection, because we need divine protection to have long life. But see, aside divine protection, there are three things you need to have long life. I believe we want to live long.
Yes, sir. Very long, sir.
You said very long. That's long. Very long, like 300 years.
No. I will be too much, sir.
That's good. I want to live long too. And I'm going to live long. Not time to die. You see, aside divine protection, there are three things that causes people to live long. Number one is what they eat. That's number one. You want to have long life, what you eat is the first. Because if God has promised you that you will live long, if God promised you 1 hour ago that you will live long, and you decide to go and take poison 1 hour after, you will now know God is not a man. You should lie. You will now be asking, you need to prove that. Because God, you deceived me. God, you lied. You told me an hour ago, I will not die. I will live long. And 1 hour after, God will tell you, did I tell you to take poison? Don't you have mind to know? In other words, if you want to live long, you need to watch what you eat. Very true. Doctors know that. That's why when people get to a certain age, they tell them not to eat some kind of stuff. You watch what you eat.
Very true.
Very essential. The second thing you need, because you want to live long, the second thing you need if you want to truly live long is you need to watch how you live.
How I live, sir.
You're trying to process it,
Yes,
right?
sir.
How you live.
Help me, sir.
Okay, good. Living in life is about obeying the principles of life. So how you live is saying obey the principle of life. Or if you go against the principle of life, you won't live long. Give example. You can take in oxygen, breathing, right? Is it oxygen you're taking?
Breathing oxygen.
Huh? You breathe in oxygen, then you exhume carbon dioxide. I'm not a science student. If you decide to stop breathing for 5 minutes, you can decide to breathe fast,
Yes.
right? If you now say, I don't want to breathe fast, I don't want to breathe for 5 minutes, and you seize it, and it's getting to a point that your body system requires you to take in oxygen to breathe, and you say, I'm not going to breathe, I'm in charge of this. You know that person will soon know that it's not in charge of it. You will know when you cross to the other side.
Yes, sir. Very true.
How you live. So because when you stop breathing, it's not about what you eat. You don't need to eat anything to stop breathing. If you go on a 10-story building and you want to prove that, oh, I just got some power now. The other day, one masquerade jumped on a roof and was moving up and down on the roof. It was a dilapidated building. He was there, moving up and down. People were hailing him, oh, acting like a magician, until he went and marched on one damaged, wood. That's how the masquerade fell. The leg of the masquerade broke. It's not leg of masquerade. It's the leg of the gods. The legs of the god broke. So the leg of a god can break. Oh. So now the point is, how you live? If someone go on a 10-story building and decided to jump down, well, the person may not die instantly, or there'll be fracture and some may not die. How we live. Very essential. And that's why you need to understand the things you should not do if you go out of your house, you stand by the roadside, where cars are moving, you saw car moving, and you decide to go and stand in front of a car that is running, coming down with speed, and the car hits the person. Don't you think the person can die? How we live is about saying, when he's saying, obey the principles of life. Very essential. The third, that third one is what many people, including unbelievers, they do ignorantly. When I mean ignorantly now, they don't know the effect of it. They just do it, unconsciously, and it becomes part of them. So, but they are ignorant of what they are doing. But they are doing it, and it's working for them. That one is by what you say. Hey, man of God, it's by what you say. And pay attention. One time, I was told about a woman, an elderly woman, that was very sick, about to die. I visited that person. I saw the condition of that person. And I just thought within me, this person is about to die truly. Really about to die. After about 3 years, I visited the person again. He's alive. He's healthy. Could walk. Now fresh.
Wow.
Over 80 years. Fresh. Healthy. So I was thinking within me, while the woman was talking to me, I was thinking within me, God, you are gracious. God, you are wonderful. No, you are gracious, you are wonderful. And the Spirit of God nudged me to pay attention to the prayers of that woman when I'm about to leave. I paid attention. And when I was about leaving, I said, I'm going, ma. She didn't speak English. She spoke a dialectal language, a tribal language. And she started praying. Oh, thank you for visiting me. God bless you. And she said, I see you this year, I will see you next year. He said, Death cannot kill me now. He said, I have seen my children, seen my grandchildren. I'm going to see my great-grandchildren. He pointed to me and said, I'm going to see your children. All your younger ones, I'm going to see their children.
It's more than 80 years.
More than 80 years. Someone that was sick that could not walk for days. I paid attention to those words of prayers. Oh. And I was going. I left there. I just remembered something. Guess who I'm talking about? That person is my grandmother. I remember that when I was very young, at age of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at that age, my grandmother would always pray and say, God will bless you. I will witness your success.
From that age.
From that age, we'll say, I will see your children. From that age, at the age of 6, 7, 8, 9, we were telling a 6-year-old boy that I will see your children. And yet, you see someone that is 25 years saying, I don't even know what is happening to me. They say, people, if we live up to 60, we are fine. You hear someone that is less than 20 says, I'm dying. And yet, an elderly person that does not know scripture, that cannot read, sick, will not say, I'm dying. We keep saying, I'll see your children soon. I'll see your children. I will not die. Death will not kill me. When she speaks with you on phone, she will tell you, I will see. The next time I will see you, I'll see you with joy. Someone you are thinking, you will soon die so long.
Wow.
That's a lesson for the younger ones. Do you know that medically, the most powerful part of your body system is your heart? Do you know that? If the heart packs up, every other, the spirit will just walk out. But do you know, spiritually, your heart is not the most powerful part of your body. Your tongue is the most powerful part of your body. You know that? You're a man of God now. Death and life is in the power of the heart. Huh?
No, sir.
It's in the power of the
tongue, sir.
The tongue. Death and life is the power of the tongue. So the tongue can bring life, and the tongue can bring death. Death is saying, I'm going to kill this person, but the person says, I'm not going to die. It's a battle of words. It is whoever keeps saying it, affirming it, that will win eventually. Did I tell you something? Everyone that died agreed to die. Don't say you hear it from me. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Because you know there are things to say out there. People who are not deep thinkers, they will argue with you. You keep it to yourself. Everyone that dies agreed to die. In their heart. And anytime death comes, we'll go. He's not saying it with his mouth, but saying it with his heart. Guard your heart. For out of it are the issues of life, including death matter. So the moment your heart agree that anytime death comes, we are good to go. Anytime it comes. But the day it wants to come and you say, no, I'm not going. If you want to take it further to go spiritual, Solomon says in Ecclesiastes that no man has power in the day of. Why? Because the key of death is with Satan. But now, in the New Testament, after Jesus resurrected, the key of death is with Jesus. Satan cannot just kill. Did I tell you something? You should die when you are ready to die. You should die when you agree to die. So, anytime it comes to your heart, you will die soon. It's not a thought that came to you. It's an arrow of death that is shot to you. Arrow of death in the spirit realm is what translated to the thoughts in your heart. So, you shall die soon, and you agree, well, if it happened, it happened. You just accepted the wound to be there. But you shall die soon, I will not die for you. You get it? So, what you say now is on two hemispheres. What you say with your heart and what you say with your mouth.
Okay.
Because you can say something and then your mouth did not talk. I will not die. You think about it in your heart. That is what they call revelation on your inside. So what you say with your heart is revelation. Yes. What you say with your mouth is declaration. You get it now?
Okay. Yes, sir.
So when you have a revelation for something in your heart, every time you check that revelation in your heart, you are saying that revelation with your heart. You get it now?
Yes, sir.
That which you are saying in your heart, God can hear it, Satan can hear it, death can hear it, sickness can hear it, disease can hear it. Yes. Spirit can hear it. And what you say with your mouth. Yeah. Don't play with those three things. Aside divine protection, what you eat, how you live, what you say with your heart and your mouth will keep you. You getting it? Very true. That's why you see some people, they are on their sick bed. They are on oxygen for days, on sick bed. For 3 months, still on oxygen, has not died. And you see another person, just sick. Doctor started treating the person. After 2 hours, the person died. That person on oxygen has not agreed to die. Because when we say death, it's just separation of the spirit from the body. The meaning of that is that the spirit refused to walk out of the body. Refused to die. Refused to die anyhow. The third lesson I want to share with you is that learn to visit your old notes. Learn to what?
My old notes.
Learn to visit your old notes. Very essential. Why do I say that? Some of the things you are praying to God to show you is what He has shown you before.
God.
You've written them in your notes. You fail to take action. You've written them in your notes. It was stored there because the time for implementation had not come. If you visit your notes, you will know when the time comes. Some of the things you are telling God to do for you are things He has told you that you must do. You wrote them somewhere. They are there. And every time you fail to know what God has told you, you miss that thing. Except the mercy of God brings it back. You know why? God is not a talkative. What do I say?
God is not a talkative.
God is not what?
Not a talkative.
He can remind you. But if I thought he will remind you, he will remind you to go and pick your notes. God is not a talkative. So sometimes, oh God, do this for me. Do this for me. Oh, can you remember what he has told you to do before that you failed to do? Oh God, give this to me. Give this to me. Can you pay attention to what he has given to your heart? What he put in your heart? Oh God, show me the way. Can you remember what he has shown you before? Very essential. You get it? So, before I go to the fourth one, from this third point, what are you going to do now?
I'm going to open my notes. Check it.
You open your notes and you check. Check. Because there are things you didn't hear from God. You're just inspired about and you wrote them down. You do that. Number 4, I want to ask you a question before I mention number 4. When you die at old age, because you are not going to die now, can you picture how people will feel when you are long gone? Will people miss you when you die? So, you see, Solomon counseled that it's good to visit the house of mourning and the house of feasting. Can Solomon, man who enjoyed everything, would we have said that if there was no reason for that? But the key point is, picture it. How will people feel when you die? You know, it's a difficult thing because people don't think that way. Who will miss you when you die? Who will thank God for you when you die? See, these questions we are saying is the reason people are misbehaving. It's the reason people don't treat people well. It's the reason people are not kind. It's the reason people are not nice. They don't think about what people will say when they are no more here. Because everyone will not be here forever. Get it? What people will say about you when you die is not a prophecy. They may prophesy your future, but they cannot prophesy that. It's something you have to work towards. So we need to ask the question, what will you do to be a blessing to people on earth? Will you be there for people? Or will you be that person that when you are long gone, it's only your family member? You know, there are people, it's only their family member that feel them. Humanity did not feel them. Don't be that kind of person. Think about that. All the days of your life, the way you want people to feel when you are long gone, live that way when you are here. Lesson 5, which is the last lesson for today. Very powerful. And this talks to leaders. Learn to relate with the immaturity of people and also learn to relate with the maturity of people. Everybody will not be a baby forever. What do I say?
Everybody will not be a baby forever.
That's the reason children hate parents. Because parents use the same language they used to address their children when they were babies, when they were teenagers. They use the same thing for them when they are old.
Yeah.
Same applies to mentors. Same applies to pastors. They relate with the immaturity of people. They don't relate with their growth. People change. See, change is a proof of growth. If someone is growing, the way we know is, can we see the changes that are happening? Changes in thinking, changes in speech, changes in behavior, changes in appearance, changes in performance, changes in achievement, changes in association, changes in qualification. Changes. People change. So now, you have to constantly be aware of the changes taking place in the life of people so you can know how to relate with them. If you don't do that, when people grow, when people are immature, they will like you, they will love you. When they grow, they will hate you. When people are just growing up, you speak authoritatively to them, you talk with command. When they grow, you don't talk with command. If you talk with command when they grow, and you address them anyhow, even amidst their friends, you talk to them anyhow, they will begin to avoid you. They will not want you to participate in certain activities of their lives. So, leaders, pastors, parents must constantly be updated and upgraded about the changes happening in the lives of people. You know, of the change I mentioned, age is not part of it. Because people can be changing in age and nothing is happening. You get it? So here's the key point. When you relate with people, parents to children, mentors to mentees, pastors to members, leaders to followers, know when changes are taking place in the lives of those people so that you also can know the changes you need to deploy in relating with them. You get it? There are people closer to me. In the past, I'm the one that will ask them, what's the plan for the year? When they grow, I stop asking them such questions. Then I ask the ones that are not up to their level, I ask them, what's the plan for the year? So if I stop asking this one, and this one now sees that I kept asking this one, he may now feel he doesn't like me again because he's now asking this one, is doing things for this one, but doesn't do it for me again. But this is because you have grown. Growth is needed, and leaders, mentors, parents need to spot the changes in the lives of people. You want your mentees to like you? Do you want them?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You want your children to love you? You want your followers to like you? You're a man of God. You want your members to like you? Relate with the changes taking place in their lives. Don't relate with them the way you used to know them. People change. You get it now? Don't relate with people who are not changing. Enforce change for everyone. People must change. That's a proof of their growth. Parents need to learn that children get to a stage. You will not be the one telling them, do this, do this, do this. You ask them, what's the next thing you want to do now? Very essential. Mentors need to know that when dealing and training people, there comes a time you don't talk to them as kids. You relate with their change, with their growth. Apply these 5 lessons, and you will see the things that will happen. Talk to me. I hope you learn something.
Yes, sir.
I would have said, share some lessons with me too, so I can learn. Or I said something before we end.
Um, Thank you, sir, for these lessons. These lessons are tailored towards me specifically. I believe that applying this will be a lot of changes. I believe I will bring testimonies of the changes that have occurred in my life. Thank you
I love you. And by the way, I must compliment you. Are looking good.
so much. Oh, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I think I'm copying you, sir.
No. I'm not as handsome as you.
Oh my God.
All right.
Thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
Thank you. The next time we'll see, I will share some other lessons with you. Love you so much. Take care.
Thank you, sir.